Hey guys, so in this video, it's for training purposes only. I've got a dummy here. I'm going to show you how I would do a resuscitation from DRSA BCD. Hopefully it encourages you to learn a few things and you go out to your local communities and do a senior first aid or advanced resuscitation course. So let's get into it. Okay everyone, the first things first is the letter D. D stands for danger. Check the danger to yourself, the others, and the unfortunate. What has led the person to be unconscious, not breathing? So in this case, we're by a pool, we're on the outside of the pool fence. It indicates to me that this could be a potential drowning. So we're going to treat this as a drowning scenario. So first things first, check for danger. Make sure there's no danger to anyone. So we've checked for danger. We're on the outside of the pool fence. You need to do response. R stands for response. So come with me. So the person could be sleeping, the person could have fainted. So this is why you do this, response. Good way to remember is cows. Can you hear me? Open your eyes, what's your name, squeeze my hands. So I'm gonna do this on the patient now. Hello, can you hear me? Open your eyes. What's your name? Squeeze my hands. Okay, there is no response here. Okay, there is no response. So we're gonna move on to the next letter. The next letter is S. S stands for send for help. If you're around people, hello, can you please call an ambulance? I've got an unconscious 30-year-old female here that is not breathing, potential drowning. If you are by yourself, pick up your mobile phone, call 000 or 911 or 999 and explain to the operator what's going on. Hello, I've just pulled a 30-year-old female from the pool that is unconscious, not breathing. I'm going to continue doing CPR until you get here. I live at 123 Koala Street, Sydney. Please send help, thank you. So even though I'm going to continue doing the resuscitation, explain to you what to do, if you do those first three things, check for danger, response, send for help, you're potentially saving this person's life. Okay, we know help is on its way. Now we're going to move on to the next letter. The next letter is A. A stands for airway. We're going to make sure the patient has a clear airway. In this case, we know it's a drowning, so the person could have a lot of water inside them. So we've got to roll them on the side and clear. So 1, 2, 3. Make sure you support the head, clear out as much fluid. In other cases, it could be a choke, could be food, could be vomit, could be anything. So make sure you clear the airway. No worries. Okay, it's 1, 2, 3. Nice and softly back. We know that the airway is clear. We're going to move on to the next letter. The next letter is B. B stands for breathing. And there's three things I like to remember with breathing. Look, listen, and feel. You got to look for the rise and fall of the chest. You got to listen for any air coming from the person's mouth. And you're going to feel any breath touching your cheek. So look, listen, feel for breathing. If there is no breathing present at all, you can move on to CPR. Next letter is C, and that stands for CPR, Cardiopulmonary Resuscitation. It is very important to do good compressions before help gets here and before anyone comes to the defibrillator. So good compressions is enough to keep the blood flow going around the body and keeping the heart and the brain alive by giving it sufficient oxygen. So good compression is very important, and I'm going to show you now how to measure up and do good compressions before the defib and the advanced care get here. Before I do a round of CPR, I'm just going to show you a few methods on knowing where to push on the chest. So first things first, you run your fingertips along the rib cage, come up to the xiphoid. You got your two fingers, come on the other side, get your palm, place it next to it, and away you go. Another way is get two shackers, your two pinkies, just below on top of your sternum there and where your xiphoid is, and meet halfway. They'll bring you in the right spot. And also, you can get your middle finger straight across the nipple line and push away. Make sure you push a third of the chest, and once you get on the chest, you do not stop. I'm just about to do CPR. Just remember, during the current climate with COVID, I'm not going to introduce the two rescue breaths. We're just going to stay on the chest and get in the good rhythm of compressions to show you what to do. Try and aim for 100 to 120 for the minute. So here we go. Alright, the next letter is D. D stands for defibrillation. In this current scenario, we're at home in the backyard pool, so there's no defib here. So we continue doing CPR until the ambos get here. If you are in a public place, you'll be surprised how many defibrillators there are available. So if you do come across someone that's unconscious, not breathing, grab that defibrillator, whack it on the chest as quick as you can while you're doing good compressions, and you give that person every chance of surviving. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to apply pads to a person's chest.
the pump of our inner system that sends blood to every tip and corner of the body. Heart attack can happen so suddenly and unexpectedly. What options do we have to protect our lives from a heart attack? AED, short for Automated External Defibrillator, helps the heart to beat again by delivering electric shocks to a person who has the sudden cardiac arrest. The chance of survival increases by 5 times when CPR and AED are used for emergency treatment within 4 minutes. Place a pad by pressing the center, under the right collarbone and another one under the left breast area below the armpit. For child uses, place the pads on the centers of the chest and back. Make sure no one is touching the patient while the AED is analyzing the ECG, the electrocardiogram, and follow the voice guidance. If AED determines that an electrical shock is not necessary, the voice guidance will tell you so. If an electrical shock is needed, AED will start charging. After delivering the shock, follow the voice guidance to start CPR. Repeat 30 chest compressions followed by 2 breath cycle. AED will automatically analyze the heart rhythm every 2 minutes. Repeat delivering shocks and performing CPR according to the voice guidance from AED machine. Keep doing them until the patient becomes conscious.
Okay guys, so Annie has made a full recovery thanks to myself and the koala. Just want to let you know that this video is purely for training purposes. It's actually an introduction to people that don't understand resuscitation or Dr. SABCD. And there's a lot of people around the world that don't use that sort of method. So it is purely just to show you what to do in an emergency situation. I recommend that you go do a professional course in your local area, senior first aid or advanced resuscitation. You'd be surprised how much impact you'll do in the general community by knowing these skills that will potentially save people's lives. So just want to let everyone know everyone made a full recovery, and I hope you learned a few things from this video.